part 2 of Coffee Talk, where we sit down with Jennifer and Matt Martinelli from Canvas Recruit. In part 1, we discussed why recruiting the right talent is so important. In part 2, we're going to be finding out the top things that business owners and professionals can do to make the recruiting process easier. Welcome back, guys.
Hi, Tanya.
Hi.
Perfect. So I know that personally in the industry, one of the things that I struggled with, especially with speaking to business owners, is you always hear the question of, I don't know exactly who I'm hiring for, and then when you speak to professionals, they say, oh, I don't know how to find the right person. So where do you guys, or in this instance, where should business owners and professionals be looking? Do you find that there is a disconnect when it comes to finding that perfect match? What's the difficulty there?
Yeah, so I think today, in terms of the job board, right? So in terms of the beauty industry, there's really specific needs that this industry has in terms of recruitment on both ends, for the beauty business owner and also for the beauty professional. And so what's missing at this point is that right now there's just a bunch of job boards, right? You can see a listing on Indeed. I know a lot of people are using Craigslist. The huge disconnect there is that there's no space where everybody's playing. There's no visual way for a beauty professional to showcase their work, right? So there's no platform where he or she can go on, answer some questions, and create a beautiful portfolio until now. And I think that there's just no space where these two people play in, the beauty pro and the beauty business owner, where they can better be matched up to make sense in terms of the right cultural fit. And so I think it's a huge missed opportunity, because at the end of the day, the beauty professional doesn't know how to create a resume. And if they do, it's very limited because, what are you creating it in? Are you creating it in a Word doc? And so I think the job boards today are missing that boat of really uniting in terms of specific needs that a beauty professional and a beauty business owner is looking for. I don't know if you have anything to add on that.
Yeah, no, I think, even before that, I love the answer, but I think even before that, as an owner, you need to really identify what your needs are in the business. But as a business owner, you need to know where you're struggling. You need to understand your numbers of your business, leverage your software. You really need to identify what those key needs are and make sure you're hiring based on those. So it's kind of a two-part process, right?
Mm-hmm. That's wonderful. So you said that you have spoken to a lot of business owners. What have you found? What are those 3 top things that business owners are struggling with right now in the industry?
Where are the people? So they have a help wanted sign in their salon, waiting for that person or that beauty professional to walk by. They're struggling with, I know a lot of people are finding people off of Craigslist. And so in terms of, they might not be finding the quality or that cultural fit that they're looking for, because they're probably not getting the volume that they need to be able to make that the best decision they can make for their business. They're struggling with, I think even now, a lot of owners keep toxic employees because they might be their highest earner, for fear that they can't find another person to replace or replenish that incoming revenue from that chair.
We talked a little bit about the business owner now from a standpoint of someone who's already in the industry, or even the person who's just graduating. What do you find that their biggest struggles are?
I think they don't know how to best represent themselves, right? So how do I show up and send you something that showcases my work? I can send you my Instagram handle, but Canvas Recruit just takes it a whole level deeper. I think really just bridging that gap of where these two people live and matching on that ideal candidate and that ideal employer, set of making the magic happen. And I think that that's a really huge struggle right now.
Yeah, I would agree. And I think even, like you said, for young students, I think, we said it earlier, finding your people is so important. There's a lot of alarming statistics out there where you're seeing, 1 out of every 5 cosmetology students within the next 3 or 4 years after graduating, they're leaving the industry. And we feel it's because they're not finding their people right out of school. They're kind of going to places whether they can't search for jobs. So they're kind of going places where they might not exactly see them as fit, but they're just getting in the doors.
Just need a job.
Which we want to mitigate. We want you to go to places where you could see yourself in the next 5-10 years, right? Mm-hmm. So, turnover is a big issue, but also leaving the industry is a big issue too. There's a lot more jobs out there than there are professionals. So, and that's a reason why.
Well, that's it for part 2. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Make sure to tune in for part 3, where we talk about, are job boards really dead? Go ahead and make sure to like this video. Don't be shy. Go ahead and leave us a comment. Go ahead and subscribe so that you guys know when new videos are coming out, and make sure to turn on those notifications. Thanks for watching, guys.